Hi guys, welcome back to For Real Guy channel. Hope you're all having an absolutely amazing day. I know I am, and there's a reason behind that, and it's because I've been working so hard to work on my self-care, and there's a million ways to do that. Setting healthy boundaries, having healthy eating habits, getting better friendships that are healthy. There's a million different things you can do to have a better self-care routine for your life. And in this video, we're gonna be going over 9 self-care habits that you should absolutely incorporate into your life starting today. So without further ado, let's get into it. So the first self-care routine that you wanna implement into your life is to start your morning right with a good morning routine. So there's no real right way to have a morning routine. It really is just depending on what you need. Everyone might have something different. But it's really, really important to have a good morning routine because that's going to reflect on the rest of your day. And if you want a healthy, happy, productive day, it all starts right when you wake up. Some pretty basic things to add to your morning routine that can really help would include drinking some tea right when you get up, doing some stretches or doing yoga, creating a to-do list, not checking your phone for a whole hour so you get in the right headspace. These are just some ideas. And again, anyone can have their own. For me, the first thing I do when I get up is I like to start by reading for anywhere from 10 to 30 minutes, whatever I have time for, because it's a really relaxing way to start your day, but it also kind of gets your brain working and in the right headspace. So the book I'm reading right now is actually called Habits. It's by Charles Duhigg, if I pronounce that correctly. And it's a really, really great book and actually goes right along with the topic that we're talking about today because it's all about basically the psychology of how your brain makes and keeps habits, how you can change habits, how you can rewrite your brain to have healthy habits. So I definitely recommend this, and it's really changed my life so far, honestly. The next thing I like to do is drink some water. This is also a really refreshing way to start your day because you haven't been drinking water for 8 hours while you've been sleeping. I found that it feels healthy, which I always like to feel, and it really refreshes my body and wakes me up. Then I like to look at my to-do list, see what I've got going on for the day, make sure that I have a plan set in place because that's how I keep my anxiety down is by making lists and scheduling things so I'm not frantically running around all the time. I find that making schedules, making lists in your morning is really, really important because it helps you stay on time for the rest of your day. It helps just structure your life a little bit more, and human beings naturally like structure. Especially if you're someone who has kids, if you're a parent, making sure that you're scheduling in the time to take the kids, the timing that the traffic will be, that's really super important so that you can plan the whole rest of your personal day around that and you're not rushing around trying to get pulled in a million different directions. That being said, don't start all of these at once. It can be really, really stressful to start implementing a million new habits into your life. And we want to make sure that you're actually being able to stick to these healthy self-care habits. And if you compile way too many on your plate, you're biting off way more than you can chew, and you're going to end up failing at them because you're going to be way too overwhelmed and not be able to keep up with it. So I definitely recommend starting with one, maybe doing that for a week to 30 days, letting it really sit in and resonate with your new mindset, your new schedule, and then start slowly building upon that. So the second self-care habit that you really should be implementing into your life is to set healthy boundaries and to start saying no. There's a reason why when you're on a flight, they always say, put your own oxygen mask on first before assisting others, because you can't be helpful to anyone else. You'll literally lose all your oxygen, all your energy, if all you do is assist others before yourself. You are the most important person in your life, and being a little selfish is important for your own personal growth. Being a little selfish and filling your cup before filling someone else's cup is going to help you be a better friend, be a better worker, and feel just generally better about yourself. If your calendar is full of dinners or extra work commitments that you don't want to really attend, then you might have a problem setting boundaries. Boundaries are an important part of any self-care routine because they ensure we're putting our own needs first. It's important to give yourself time and yourself space to be able to reboot and refill your energy so that you can work towards yourself and be a better person for everyone else around you. If you're constantly giving your energy away, you're not going to have any left, and you're going to start being a more bitter person, a more exhausted person, and you might even start wondering, why am I feeling like this? My life is so amazing. I have all these people reaching out to me, all these plans, all these big projects. I do a lot of great stuff for work. I'm super proud of myself and successful. Why do I feel so empty and drained? It's because every single time you're helping others and you're putting others first, and you're not giving yourself time to reboot and recharge, you're giving away all your energy. And you need your energy to be the best version of yourself. Also, a good rule of thumb is that if you aren't saying heck yes to a plan, you feel like, oh, I don't really want to go to that, or oh my gosh, I have enough on my plate, I can't do this. If that's the reaction you're having, then you should definitely say no. Unless it's something that really excites you, it's not worth your energy. So the third self-care habit that you should definitely be implementing into your life is to start meditating daily. It's literally proven by science in studies that meditating daily, even just for 10 minutes, can overall reduce your stress and anxiety and make you a more calm and well-minded person. And I can completely attest to this. Ever since I started meditating, I literally am way more in touch with myself. I feel more grounded. I feel less stress and anxiety. And I'm able to switch into calm mode, Zen mode, when I'm dealing with something really stressful randomly in the middle of the day, which is super convenient. And at first, I thought, I really hate meditating. I would try and I would fail, and I would try and I would fail because I felt stupid. I felt like, why am I doing this? I can't turn my brain off. This feels dumb. This doesn't feel like it's adding any value to my life. But then I started to get more persistent at it. I started to actually try to meditate for at least 10 minutes a day. And once I got the hang of it, once that I really opened myself up to the opportunity of letting it help me, and also finding the meditation practice that I really liked, it changed my life. Because there's actually a ton of different meditations out there, and you've just got to find the right one for you. For me, I really like the chakra meditations, and that's where you meditate on the 7 different energy centers in your body. And they all mean something different. They all correlate to a different aspect of who you are. So the root chakra is all about being grounded and being stable in yourself. And then there's the sacral chakra right above that, which is all about creativity, fluidity, feeling open to new experiences, and so on and so forth. And so I found this to be really beneficial because I have always struggled with my root chakra and feeling grounded and stable and secure in myself. I'm a really anxious person sometimes, all over the place, and so this was something that absolutely changed my life when I started opening myself up to the chakra meditations. There's a bunch of different meditations out there though. There's guided meditations on YouTube, really, really good ones, where they kind of take you through this whole visualization. And, maybe they'll say, you're going to walk down 10 steps, and by the time you're there, you're going to be in your happy place. And imagine what that looks like. Those are really great to utilize as well. There's also just regular meditating where you sit there and let your thoughts just go by. It's not trying to create a blank slate. It's literally just observing your thoughts and not really attaching a feeling or a judgment to them. Just observing them and letting them go by. There's also a ton of apps out there. The Calm app is something that I've used before and something that I've really benefited from. There's a lot of soothing music out there. So there's really anything for anyone. It's not just a one size fits all. And I definitely recommend that you start implementing meditation into your life. So the fourth self-care habit you should definitely implement into your life is to literally set aside scheduled time for self-care for yourself. It's really important that if you're scheduling time to work, you're scheduling time to hang out with friends or be around your kids, that you need to schedule time for yourself. Because every time you schedule something and complete something for somebody else, you're taking your own energy away. And you need to find a way to get that energy back, to recharge and reboot. So it's really important to be scheduling specific hours or even minutes of the day just dedicated for yourself and nobody else. Maybe every single day at 5 o'clock when you end work, you go and you sit in your car and you meditate. Or you sit in your car and you blast music. Or maybe you always go home and every night do a bubble bath for yourself. Whatever you want to do, whatever makes you feel cared for by yourself, make sure you are setting time aside to complete that. It also can be really beneficial and fun and really boost your mood if you leave yourself little sticky notes around your house, in your purse, in your car, reminding you, hey, take some time for yourself. Stop what you're doing right now and reflect on how you feel. Or maybe put some fun affirmations like, you look beautiful today, or you're gonna kill it at work. These can really help you reflect and be positive about yourself and re-energize before you go out into the world and give everyone else your energy. If you work in an office, you might want to set a specific alarm just to stand up and stretch, or just to stand up, walk around and go get a glass of water. Even doing little simple things like this, you're taking care of your body and your mind and your soul. The fifth self-care habit to implement into your life today is to start small but dream big. So we kind of touched on this in the morning routine section of the video, but I just wanted to emphasize how important this is in every aspect of your life. When you have a new goal or a new habit that you just want to change, you need to make sure that you're actually being smart and realistic about this goal, or else you're going to get burnt out and you're never going to complete it. Start with baby steps. Start by focusing on your main concern. Let's say your overall goal is that you want to be healthy. Well, first of all, that's very, very vague and very broad. So it's really a better idea to start really small and just make baby steps towards that goal. And you can figure it out along the way. You don't necessarily have to have an entire plan right now. Maybe you realize that part of your unhealthy behavior is that you don't drink enough water. Okay, start with that. It's not all about, I need to drink 8 cups of water, I need to work out 5 times a week, I need to get 10 hours of sleep, because let's be honest, that is a part-time job to try and implement all of that into your current schedule. So start small, but don't forget that you have potential. Don't forget that you're starting small, but that someday you will achieve the greatness you desire. The sixth self-care habit to start implementing into your life is to limit your time on social media. So social media can do a lot of great things. It's a great tool for interacting and staying in touch with friends or family that maybe live a long ways away, or sending memes to your friends to make them laugh. There's a lot of positive that does come out of social media. That being said, it can really take away from actual meaningful experiences and also make you feel maybe a little bit insecure at times. So a good idea would be to actually schedule out times in your day or your week to look at social media so you're not completely consumed by it all the time. Constantly checking emails can also make you more reactive to other people's needs and less proactive of your own. So you should schedule specific times to check your emails and social media. And you should also disable notifications and put your phone on silent mode, because this is going to help you limit mindless scrolling so that you're spending your time doing more positive, self-care focused activities. A good way to enforce this habit is to do something opposite whenever you feel the urge to open your phone. Maybe whenever you feel the urge to open your phone and open Instagram, get up, take a walk downstairs, leave your phone up here, and then let the feeling subside. Or maybe go drink a glass of water, maybe get a snack, something that's gonna make you feel the same feeling that social media would, make you feel a little bit better, a little boost of serotonin, without having to actually open that app. Another great tip is to make sure that you're disabling all notifications. If you're constantly hearing that ding whenever you get a new email, it's going to spark the cue to do that habit, to open that email. And you've become so used to it probably that you don't even think twice about it. It just happens naturally. So by disabling these notifications, you're making sure that you're not enforcing the cue that's going to result in the habit of opening your phone and looking at your email or your social media. So the 7th self-care routine is to start celebrating your own wins. When you're younger, you're getting praised all the time. If you're in sports, everyone's always awarding you with trophies, or if you win, you're always, going out to ice cream with the team or getting a pat on the back. In school, you're always getting gold stars on your homework, or again, getting a pat on the back from your parents when you get an A+ on a test. It's really easy to gain a lot of confidence because when you're younger, you're literally getting positive reinforcement all the time. I remember when I was younger, if I cleaned my room, my mom would always take me to go get candy, take me to go get some Sour Patch Kids because that was my favorite, and it made me feel so good that I was being appreciated. But when you're older, it's not quite the case. It's kind of like you're just expected to clean your room. Nobody's giving you candy for cleaning your room. It's just because you're used to cleaning your room from when you were a kid, or because you genuinely like having a clean room. When you go to your job and do work, a lot of times you might get a thumbs up from your boss, but there's no gold stars associated with that. You don't go home to your loving parents who are patting you on the back. Good job, for doing another 8 hours at your job. No one's doing that. So it is so important to keep up this habit with yourself. So you need to give your own self positive reinforcement. You need to celebrate your own wins, no matter how big or small. Because if you keep doing great things and you don't celebrate it, then your mind is not going to associate those wins with being something that's really good and that you want to keep up in your life. And if you want to keep doing great, if you want to keep having big and small wins and manifesting good stuff in your life, you need to teach your brain that yes, we deserve this. This is something that we are proud of and we are celebrating it. So the 8th self-care habit you need to add to your routine every single day is to treat yourself every single day. So something I find really beneficial when dealing with romantic relationships is knowing the 5 love languages. A couple of these include acts of service, gifts, and quality time. And while it's absolutely important to know your partner's love languages and your own love languages to have a really strong and good relationship with your significant other, you need to make sure you're doing that with yourself. Now, we already touched on one. We touched on quality time when we talked about scheduling out specific times to work on your own self-care for yourself. But I think a really, really great idea is to also implement acts of service and gifts for yourself into your own life daily. Every day offers a new opportunity to be kind to ourselves and enjoy our lives. So what does this mean? Maybe for you, it's getting a sugary Starbucks drink, treating yourself to one of those every single morning. Maybe it's taking yourself out to your favorite restaurant or a new restaurant every night in town. Taking yourself on a little date, essentially. Whatever an act of service or gift is to you, go ahead and do that because honestly, you deserve it. Some days, just surviving is enough reward. So treat yourself today, buy yourself something special, and just realize that it's not a waste of money, you deserve it. Okay, so the 9th and final self-care habit to introduce into your day-to-day life is to prepare for tomorrow. So we talked about the morning routine, but honestly, the nighttime routine is just as important, if not sometimes even more important in my opinion. I think we all think sometimes that if I just go to sleep, I'll feel better in the morning. I'll sleep it off and I'll be awake and refreshed, but at least for me, that's never the case. I always wake up after, being really upset, having a panic attack the night before, to going right back into that same cycle and having a complete waste of my next day. So it's important to take care of yourself the night before so you can ensure that it doesn't follow you into the following day. This helps you have less anxiety for the next day because you've got everything planned out, you're well rested as you go to bed, and you'll simply ease into your day feeling prepared and awesome. What I usually do at night is I make sure to wash my face and do my skincare routine, and then usually I'll light all the candles in my room and listen to a little bit of soothing music as I create my to-do list for the next day. And sometimes I even check the weather or see what's going on outside just so I can feel a little bit more prepared about what I'm going to wear. A great idea to really add a lot of positivity into your life is to also write in a gratitude journal every single night. When you're grateful for things, especially the end of a hectic day, it shows that you are a really positive and strong person. It puts you in that right mindset so that you're feeling happy and positive as you go to sleep and will continue that into your next day. So there you guys have it. 9 self-care habits to introduce into your life starting today. Try one or all 9 of these and let us know in the comments which ones you really liked. I would love to see how you guys are improving your life. Also, make sure to like and subscribe so that you're constantly seeing all of our self-care, self-improvement type videos every single day. Remember that we all have amazing potential. We can all rewire our brain, be more positive, have a better routine if we just start small and dream big. I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one.